right? It's not the only thing that's being revised. A lot's being revised at the moment, and you know that it poses. You know, we speak sometimes of PIFA as a sort of it's there and we got to live with it and whatever it is. Right now, we don't actually. So you know, this is a time for us to think about whether it needs to be adjusted in some way. And I think, you know, the form and function question, and I would view that PIFA has a form and a function, has form and function built into it. It was trying to, it tried very hard to get as far further, a little further down the line of function, but it's actually very, very hard to get generic calibrations and stuff. So I won't get into the detail, but the point being is that I think reminding ourselves again about in thinking about something like PIFA is that, you know, really deliberately, what are you trying to do with this tool? And I think Marco also made the point that we need to be perhaps one is that we as the designers can think, well, this is how we think the tool should be used, but we have to also be realistic about how it actually will end up being used, and they tend to have a life of their own. Is my that they seem to grow and go in different ways. But just to go back to the point that this is an opportunity for us to reflect in PIFA, and I would also invite everyone here in the coming few months, and perhaps we can find a way of sharing it through you, to ask you to review the revision and come back to us and tell us, are we? Is this responding? But I do also say, and we mentioned to Matt outside, you know, this is the time. Let's discuss. He says, don't change it because I need it for my data. So I mean, but then we have to think, you know, what do we want it for? And it's not going to answer everything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm running perilously close to time, so what I'm going to suggest is we do really want to capture both the insights and the what next. Many of you have journeys that will take you more than sort of 5 minutes and might have some time to reflect and might be willing to. So I'm going to sort of invite you to spam Philip's inbox with any thoughts or reflections that you have on these two questions, because I think we take very seriously the fact that there's a lot of collective time invested in this discussion, and some of these issues recur, and we really, really want to do a better job about, you know, the so what question for the conference itself, and how do we take forward these agendas, and even if this is personal reflections, things that others to do, things that you might do, things that ODI might do, we much appreciated, and we will sort of attempt to share that. So these conferences usually end with someone talking about building a community of practice. We need to be realistic about what we can do, but we will, you know, part of the public goods work is to keep that communication alive, and if we can help broker and convene as a trusted advisor on these issues, then we'll try and do that. This has been really, really fascinating from my perspective, and a privilege to be listening in. I was grappling also with this question of, has it become a bit too consensual? Have we really understood anything? And it seems to me that a lot of these questions, where in previous conferences